Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Cobx Masters, or welcome back if you've been following us throughout all of these other cities that we've already stopped in. But now we're here in Kolkata, the first semifinals of the day, between Team Surprise Gaming and Balasore Tokas, which I'm not entirely sure is the correct pronunciation. So to avoid that problem in the future, I'm just going to refer to them in their shorthand BT. My name, of course, is a drag and drop, and I'm joined by the one, the only, Bottom, who certainly has one or two bad jokes about Team Surprises Gaming's names up his sleeve right now.
Well, you would be surprised if I didn't have any, would you? But hey, besides that, man, that's how you pronounce it? Also, like, Balasore Tokas. Like, you know, put like some Spanish... What? No, that sounds great. What do you mean? I'm just not sure if there's like meant to be like a little bit of Hispanic in there, or if it's just an Indian name we can't pronounce. But it's an interesting name. I would like to know what it is. Maybe production can help us out at one point.
I did a quick Google search, and the only thing that came up was that actual team name with Dota buff and whatnot. So, and putting it to Google Translate, Tokas translates to Acacia or something like that in one language or another. But yeah, I've no idea. But what we do have an idea about is these heroes, which are already quite different from what you're used to seeing. Of course, the patch did hit just the other day. 7.18 brought in a lot of changes. And Ancient Apparition, actually one of these heroes that might have come back into favor here for some. What do you make of it so far?
I don't know. I'm still torn about Ancient Apparition. I don't think we're going to see that much of him. What I do know is, though, that Bloodseeker has been hit with a little of nerfs, and we see him in the first phase, and I'm really surprised about that. However, it makes sense with the Ancient Apparition. Or Apparition, you could say.
Don't ever say Apparition. Gonna hunt you down.
I would be surprised. But beside that, I think they're setting up for like a huge amount of team fight. But I like what Balasore is already doing. Like we go Dazzle, we go DK, we no care. Thank you. Like if you get ulted by a Bloodseeker on Dragon Knight, you just stand still and just look him in the face like, come at me.
Yeah. On the other hand, like that healing potential from the Dazzle might be counteracted by the Ice Blast. Even Shallow Grave can't necessarily help you, just depending on how well you can line up timings, which might not necessarily be down to you, depending on how low people get. But in that sense alone, that AA with the picks that BT has, it can be quite effective, to say the least, especially if you have a bit of a setup too, to make sure that you can actually land that Ice Blast on the targets that you want, and the Naga Siren does offer that, if nothing else.
Yeah, it offers some armor reduction as well, which is really important against the DK, and net always nice. BKBs will come out at one point. I like the setup. Naga Siren in general, just it fits with Ancient Apparition and the Bloodseeker, isn't it? Like you have two setups already.
Okay.
I mean, yeah, you can use I mean, you can use the song, and you always have the silences follow up. You have to get airs follow up. If you put any other hero in the mix that maybe provides initiation for them, they have multiple tools for them to just set up the fight. And against heroes like Earthshaker, for example, that is good catch out.
Yeah. Well, someone in chat just said that Balasore is a city name.
Ah, good to know.
So yeah. Again, sorry for if I still mispronounced that. But yeah,
5 seconds remaining.
Yeah, Drangdor told me we don't need to do research on what it means. So it's all his fault, for the record.
I have not told you that at all. Like, you're the one who kept asking me, "Hey, when does the game start? What are the teams again?"
That's not true. Fake news. But hey, Dark Willow at your service. The hero that is so infamously overpowered it keeps getting buffed. I don't know why. Why are we buffing this hero again? Do you remember do you remember the last time what happened when you buffed her?
It's the weirdest part of me, but I guess it's not really being picked all that much. So I guess it's not as overpowered as it appears at times.
Like she's moving definitely into the direction of just full CC control, like a Naga Siren would provide. But I think if we had like the old Dark Willow back in the mix, like the first one when she came out and was horrendly overpowered, I think nobody would complain now. Because there's so many other heroes, the meta shifted a little bit that made Dark Willow more relevant, you could say.
Potentially, but yeah, the thing that was really worrisome about the Dark Willow is that she had not just a lot of CC, but also a lot of survivability, which she still has, of course, with the Shadow Realm. But on top of that, the ability to solo kill pretty much anybody, even if it's a core, just based on that Bedlam ultimate, right? Yeah, that part of it. And that's been Bedlam itself has been nerfed in the damage department for a little bit.
5 seconds remaining.
Well, but they like it has been nerfed severely, and they limited it down, as well as adjusting the cooldown to quite a mile. Before it was like 30 seconds. That was unacceptable. But it perfectly hit Bedlam, especially with the recent patch, or with the patch before this one. They increased the maximum duration by 1 second, which means you have more damage again, and they also buffed the damage a bit again.
Yeah. Well, we'll see if people can actually come back and use that in the right way. I certainly like Nyx Assassin's response as well. Cannot just feast on the ancient apparition abilities against Bloodseeker in some ways, and also against the Dark Willow, having more stuns that are ground targeted, which means that you can control up through the Shadow Realm, make sure that it can't TP out. You already have the Earthshaker to do that with, but the more the merrier, I guess. And now the Tinker on the field as well. And Team Surprise Gaming, of course, they have the Zeus still in pool, so of course they're going to pick that one up.
Yeah, that was fairly obvious, wasn't it? Yeah, just checked on the numbers, and indeed the Bedlam was down from a maximum of 225 to 220, 60 on the first level. It's actually not that big of a deal. It mainly resolved around the cooldown. They reduced it furthermore a little bit on level 3. But level 1 Bedlam and level 2 Bedlam are still around the same numbers, so it's still a lot of damage. Don't underestimate it. It's still the balanced Willow.
That I haven't seen a lot of Willow, but it did. She didn't seem to have that much of a, like, oh, hey, there's Dark Willow, I guess I'm dead now kind of vibe.
Yeah, she's more the... Yeah, I think we're gonna see a lot more level 1 Curse Crown. 80 mana is manageable, and it is a guaranteed stun. Hello? Offlane solo Willow?
Yeah, sure, why not?
But DK is going top, this is perfect for her! Is this a thing now? Is this just what you run? Are we just going solo offlane Willow?
You tell me, man, you're the Willow expert.
No, this is not how it works. This is not how any of it works.
I take it you prefer that 4 roll with the open venom and just clicking away at people.
Yeah, or as mid if you really want to tilt your team. But solo offlane, this is one of the most squishy heroes there is, and Dazzle is not even that bad against her.
Yeah, you can kind of trade, right, with the poison touch.
Yeah, you can't really.
First. It's all we see is black boxes.
Yeah, it's a little bit weird. We don't have any actual logos, but well, I just quickly checked on the poison touch, so you cannot actually dodge it with the Shadow Realm. So that is a big downside, meaning Dazzle will always trade better than you. However, it should run out. No, it's 4 second duration. Alright, if you hit directly after the Shadow Realm, you will be able to keep trading hits, but on the other side, it's a DK, he doesn't take any damage from Willow. Willow has a great last hit animation, but a terrible attack damage. And guess what? It's DK.
Yeah, he's certainly going to be able to handle that quite nicely as in the middle lane. We do see Razmalai trying to get a little bit of extra harassment towards the Zeus here as much as he can.
Oh, misses the sentry as well.
Still an Earthshaker, right? I mean, Earthshaker is very limited utility early on. So we'll see how much you can actually accomplish with these kind of blueprints. As top lane, Zeus, goes down the Curse Crown. Keep the Dazzle away.
I think I like this build. Just skipping out the Bramble Maze, maxing out Shadow Realm and Curse Crown. It gives you more flexibility because the cooldown is not that big on Curse Crown, and 80 mana is manageable.
Yep. Well, slow down as they also bring in the Earthshaker, but not quite enough mana for Fissure to kind of block her in a little bit. Balanced. Zeus will be able to just walk away. It's also very interesting and very annoying for us casters that this guy's named Zeus.
Zeus, yeah, exactly.
Like,
Like,
Zeus
what do you mean, Zeus? This is Dark Ruler Dragon Drop. Come on, you know the names.
Makes it easier for, in some ways, but also more confusing in others. We're just gonna have to try and handle it.
Alright, Tinker mid still looking pretty bad actually against the Zeus. 11-6. That's like one of these classic lineups where Tinker just doesn't bring anything to the table against the Zeus.
I think I want these lanes where against heroes that rely on right clicks to secure the last hits, so Laser can really offset that quite a bit, but Zeus really doesn't, right? He just presses a spell, even put the second point up in the arc lighting to make sure that he can secure every single last hit that he wants to.
Let's talk a little bit about, unless there's a go in mid, which there is, but yeah, Zeus, he's doing the DK, he's just running away, so he's fine.
Yeah.
So, let's talk a little bit about the bottom lane, because it's not going good for the Nyx Assassin. He's sitting on 0 last hits, he's sitting on level 1 at 3 minutes into the game. Leveled up the Impale, there's pretty much nothing he can do against Ancient Apparition, and Bloodseek is already charging away in terms of farm. In comparison, the Dark Ruler is sitting on level 3 and has at least some last hits claimed already.
Yeah.
So this Nyx is probably one of the worst heroes if you can't stay on lane, because he's terrible in the jungle.
And he's showing us exactly how terrible right now as he's trying to work away these shadows. It's gonna take quite a while, and is it even gonna get him level 2? I'm not sure.
I believe last time I checked, the Centaurs should give him level 2.
Well, we'll find out.
Eh.
In any case,
All
like,
the action.
it's certainly not a fun time, and this is just a result of this tri-lane up against the solo offlane, which is has not been the matter for quite a while for this very reason, why you can't really have these heroes go into the jungle and catch up efficiently.
Close enough. Oh well.
Yeah, it's missing 3 experience points.
I gotta say that the pulls have been perfect for them so far. And like Team Surprise, they have a big stack over here, which the Bloodseek will gladly take. They had pulls all over the place, and the lane never pushed beyond this point. So he had no chance of ever getting lasted on Nyx Assassin.
Look at this Bloodseek
here. Yeah,
31,
he's just
31. This is perfect. Yes, isn't it? Yeah.
He is. Yeah, like he is. 31 is the perfect he can get at this point.
Not just last hit, but also nice. And this guy's spent a lot of time in the last hit train, I'm pretty sure. Let's top lane Zeus. Dark Willow, if you will. Be going on again, but Fisher already used and missed. Not quite blocking that hero. I mean, that she'll be absolutely fine once again.
The jungle assassin at it again.
This is quite a discrepancy, especially since it's also been annoying enough to keep the Dragonite away from that same amount of free farm.
Yeah, and she's level 4 already. You know what happens when she is 6, right? Like, goodbye Dazzle, goodbye Earthshaker, you're done for. Like, Nyx Assassin now stacking the jungle by accident, and now he can't farm it anymore. God damn it, that feels bad. Look at him struggling. There's nothing he can do against this. He even takes too much damage from the hard cap.
Focus on Tinker here. Zeus walking up. They have the net coming in. Follow up from the Ancient Apparition. So good rotation from the sides. Almost survived here with Nightmare and Rathmada actually coming back. They do get a turnaround, not 1, but 2 of these heroes there. Sitting inside the March. Not exactly something that's very, very healthy for you this early on in the game.
Not really, but
both put that second point into it already.
Yeah, both rotations came at the same time. Favors a little bit more the Tinker, I would say, because I mean, the Nyx Assassin lane at this point is lost. There's nothing you do there. The offlane is a dead lane for them, so they have to make sure the pressure on the Zeus is there or on the Dark Willow. Dark Willow at this point, though, good luck. You can't lock her down anymore. She hasn't even bought out. Probably gonna pick boots up here in a second. So she has so much to work with. Max Side Shadow Realm is actually pretty decent against the DK because it's magic damage. They even have some light killing potential. But at this point, you practically lost 2 of your lanes with your Tinker doing okay in the mid lane for a Tinker. But even he gets outclassed. Like, Bloodseek is still almost perfect in last hitting. Did went to the jungle. The only reason he doesn't have perfect stats. He's level 6.
Here, they're trying to farm. And
we'll take a bit.
Help the Ancient Apparition just in terms of experience. I mean, that's the one place where they kind of struggled a little bit. Only now in level 3 on the AA, but nope, there's a Rupture coming in. Try and feast on the next assassin. And no way
Hello,
out of
darkness.
Top lane at the same time, they tried again. Dark Willow. Another Shadow Realm to work with after the stun's already been used, but Rasmalai inside our
No totem.
Lock him in.
It's also no totem, so they can't even stun him in the Shadow Realm. They went for the 2-point in Fissure, which I would say is a mistake. I still like at least the value point in totem for the extra stun. Like even if it's just to cancel TPs, it's just so good to have it in addition to the Fissure.
That would have possibly helped them right there. As it stands, I mean, Willow still running rush out over this lane.
Yeah, she's level 6 with Disco Brave.
Expectations here. Rogue is there to tank the gank, I was about to say, but it turns things around from the Rasmalai Shellgrave a little bit early. Smoke still trying to run him down, and Dante, with the interception, will secure that particular kill, and Rogue even walks away. No problems whatsoever, and now Smoke just hoping for a rune. Finally pull up with Waddle here so far. There we go, in this rune, very nicely done. So far, the Tinker has been quite good about rune control at the very least.
Yeah, but the problem is...
Again, caught out with the net into that nice little cold feed. Will connect, but Rasmalai with a TP in. Make things a little bit more awkward. Rogue trying to TP out, and still...
Man, if he only had an enchant totem... Yeah, exactly. This is exactly what it was... yeah. So, about that Dark Willow! Hi, my name is Willow. Today I show you how to solo offlane against the Dragon Knight. What even is this?
Nice fissure block here. Smoke denied his way down south. Not sure what he wants to do there anyway. But anyway, like there's still one silver lining here for GT and Empire. Like they have quite a few stacks going for the Tinker. Like they have 200 medium camps here around the shrine, and they have a bit of an ancient stack too, which is much harder to farm, of course. But it's still something to fall back on. But that has been scouted by Team Surprise Gaming. So I wonder if they want to try and put in some effort to control all these stacks and farm them themselves. There's also a big one here on the hard camp next to the offline. It's also scouted here, and I mean, if you take away these stacks, it's pretty much the combat denied.
It's 4k gold at 9 minutes already, with Bloodseeker and Dark Willow at the front line with a Zeus. Who's gonna bring anything to the table? Tinker? No, he's counted out immediately. Nyx Assassin? He's still level 4 at 10 minutes. It's not much they can effectively do here. But don't forget, like Bloodseeker Zeus, they can kill whoever they want. I wouldn't be too surprised after Kai we just straight go to the Aghanims on the Zeus.
For the twins.
Level 10 on Bloodseeker. And that's some leveling. He's 3 levels above the Tinker, that was the mid laner.
So 87-52, lasted till he nice 10 minutes in.
He has more than nice than DK has lasted.
Yeah. That is the best CS I've seen in a long time, including like high level pro games.
Yeah, that's usually that is just a one lane, and you see it in his farm. Like he's even going for defensive items like a blade mail, which I argue doesn't even need. Like just imagine if he goes like S and Y or the Echo Saber, then he just runs at them and kills them. Doesn't even the ultimate. Not saying it's bad because the march of machines is a thing. You can just walk through it. Same goes with the laser missiles. There's many damage instances that the Tinker can't control.
And then if you bring the Tinker low, it makes it that much easier to just run him down. That's for now. He's still getting kind of close towards Boot of Travel. Doesn't have the bottle, but at least the Soldering Cup sustain him through. Of course, the Shrine also comes into play. Should be able to finish it off unless he's being interrupted right the hell now. As then so, no one's really making a big move. They're just happy to let the Tinker do what he wants because they still have that very strong timing the moment Bloodseeker decides to store his network into these other lanes. There we go.
Nyx is finally level 6 in the Vendetta. They gotta make this rotation work. Whew, almost. But yeah, he's not even gonna get the big lasts on this camp. That's gonna get snagged away by Zeus. Or money for him, I guess.
Well,
It's going He's going Veil on the Willow.
Oh, how did he see him there?
Sentry.
Oh yeah, sentry. All right.
I gotta say, this is fairly scary. A Dark Widow with Veil of Discord and a Bloodseeker in the team.
Yeah,
that is a lot of damage.
We're looking at the Bloodseeker Zeus combo, but yeah, Bloodseeker Willow's even.
That's even more scary. That is talking about Bedlam being overpowered.
Yeah.
Yeah, and with 30-second cooldown, feel free. You can spam it. You can even.
Bloodseeker might be in trouble now, though. Throws on a Rupture. He's kind of all alone against 3 different heroes. Throws on a Blood Break. He's alone, and he's actually dead. They did bring down the Dazzle as Zeus made the rotation in with a haste drone, and now looking to just run down the Tinker. Not sure about this one. He does burst the Dazzle before the control can come in. He will give his own life for the cause, though, and
that's not worth it.
Yeah, it's really not with how far ahead these guys have been. Getting both of these kills.
You know what I've turned to fight? If he Blood Raged before his silence, because he actually did kill off the Dazzle before he died.
Yeah.
So he would have regen and maybe even stood alive, because that is some heal you get chimed in.
Well, be careful not to give up too many of these. It's top. Alright. Not quite fast enough to catch up.
Just missed one. Nothing to see here. Smart stun, but not gonna be enough. Can't really reach her. Yeah, off the mark. Man, no. The problem is Willow now has to work around all these heavy cooldowns. Oh wait!
No, no cooldowns.
Literally Tinker.
Get this robot, and oh no, that's a combo that we haven't talked about yet, but very effective against pretty much anybody here. Nightmare was being run down. Does get the Shell Grave off, so we'll have to force Say My Name to chase him down a little bit longer. He still gets it at the end, of course. His Dragon Knight still hugging his tower. A little bit too much to deal with.
Oh Zeus!
Oh what?
Oh, he finds him.
Oh no.
He had the ward in the ancient camp and saw him just on the edge and gets the bull to cancel the TP.
All of a sudden it's 4 heroes down, a TP out will be interrupted by the web just in time, and with the Ice Blast committed. No way the Dragon Knight survives this one either, so a little bit of an extended duration, but it did end up in a 4-5 man wipe.
I don't want to say this is over, but this is over. This is just looking too strong. You have a Zeus that is farmed, the Bloodseeker out of control going for the Radiance next, you have a Willow that is absolutely enormous with... And they have so much synergy, like... They Bloodseeker combos up with literally everybody on his team. Willow takes the perk from the Bloodseeker on 2 of her spells, plus having farm. This is just perfect for them.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
They were just perfectly able to exploit the fact that neither the Dazzle nor the Earthshake are really all that powerful without levels, not being able to play around the strength of the rest of their heroes. But gonna see what they can do now. But the Ice Blast connecting on both of them, immediately bursting down 1, 2, 3. Didn't even take long at all.
Dire's middle tower.
Here comes the Willow. No blink yet. I'm surprised he did not pick it up. Just imagine if he actually had to blink this game. Then he would just go on top of them every time. And this Nyx Assassin, because he's so ineffective from the offlane, there's nothing you can do. Like, at best you hit a mana burn and an impale, and that's it. You can't even move around the map because your Vendetta always gets scattered out by Zeus.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Yeah.
Dire's structures are fortified.
I think the moment they have done the miss up on Zeus, it's just the moment where they end the game. But they just keep running at T2s. They're not really good with tower pushing. Bloodseeker is okay, but still.
I mean, you can push tower so very easily if there's no one alive from the other team.
Yeah, exactly.
I guess that's a good part about them being so low network, but also low level, so they can respawn rather quickly if they die. But that's like grasping for advantages here.
2,000 gold away on the Blink Dagger on the Earthshaker. What is Tinker looking at? He has the travels, but still over 1,000 gold away from Blink. They just don't have any timings.
He got the Wizard Travel, but he hasn't really accelerated at all because of this pressure starting to mount.
This is one neat ward spot. I did not see this one before. That's actually decent vision. And that is not likely to get dewarded.
Tower is under attack.
I'll make a note of that. Does see the rotations here in and out and keeps an eye on this ancient camp, so worthwhile in this number of games, you would
Dire's
think.
bottom tower is under attack.
But for now, just trying to buy time to get the Tinker someone on the farm, but might very well coming way too late. Because they don't just need a couple of offensive items, they also need BKBs and everyone, else they just get burst down by the AA Zeus Bloodseeker combo.
Yeah, there's just so much. Like, we haven't even seen an AL land yet, but if he lands one with the Nimbus, you kill someone all the time. You get the Nimbus on the Vendetta Neeks, it's almost undodgeable with the Spike characters unless he gets really lucky on the timing. You have the Bloodseeker to give vision anyways, and yeah, looking at mid, sad.
Well, quite a bit of damage done to say my name, but the Rapture means walk, you Blood Rage him too. It's Rogue with the Light Blast connecting. He'll get that kill for himself, and well, Bloodseeker
Everything
will be
about
able to heal himself up if he gets a few last hits.
Yeah, everything about the combination is just disgusting with the Willow. Willow Bloodseeker is just whatever you do. If you Blood Rage her, she just deals so much damage. Like even Bramble Mace deals a decent amount of damage. Don't forget about that. It's 260 damage with lashes.
It's been buffed too, hasn't it?
Well, yeah, a little. It's by 10 damage, I guess. The cooldown has been reduced, which is the most important thing. But that's from the last patch.
And it does a lot more at the other levels, at least, like from 100 to 140.
Yeah, he's still on level 11 though. He needs a level 12 for the next Bedlam, which is one of the big power spikes, because you practically double up your damage.
Yeah. All right. So, TP down bottom has already been taken care of. One to mid and top is still standing there. Still, at least they're trying to walk up here, trying to use that Nyx Assassin, which is always dangerous, especially with the Zeus on the field, with a lot of sentries out and about as well. So they did actually see him walking in here. There's the Zeus ult available, but they also have the dust. This should be a dead Nyx Assassin. But they need to make these kind of moves. They won't have anything at all, but he actually gets a TP out before.
Yeah, he just TP'd.
Before the lockdown comes in, alright.
That's 100 gold before the Nimbus.
It's about the last time you can actually make this kind of play.
Yeah. You also know you're doing pretty bad if you have to pop the Elder Dragon form just to farm a creep camp. That's when you know you're behind on a DK.
I think he popped it to kill an illusion.
Yeah,
But was one, and then yeah.
Go to the jungle, but he's so underfarmed as well. Like looking at the net worth. Yeah. Looking at the net worth. Bloodseeker has as much as the Tinker and the DK combined. That's pretty much the story of this game.
Yeah. Well, these Tinker finishing up that Link Dagger now after selling the magic stick. And oh, beautiful terrorize there. Actually, not enough to keep Nagasaki alive though.
Oh.
Poison was gonna tick her out even without the last, I'm pretty sure.
Did he have anything left? No uncharged.
Poking and prodding. Whatever you can get at this point is gonna be crucial here. The longer you can delay the game, more time for Tinker and DK. Try and farm up, but now with the Nimbus online, Zeus just reaching his big power spike. Bloodseeker, what is he going for? Yeah, this is not Yasha going for his own BKB next.
We remember when we talked about the Sword not getting dewarded? Oh, he just spotted the Vendetta with it. Unlucky.
Haste.
Alright. They haven't really been able, or they haven't really been willing to put on too much pressure before they drop in their round of items. Zeus, anything? Quite a bit of damage here with the rockets flying in. You'll have to defend himself, but the Assassin's still hanging around, but no way to actually deal with this Shadow Realm. The big old Zeus, all two heroes down, make that 3. Double kill for Smoke himself. Bloodseeker, well, all he could do was just run in and see as everyone just fell before he couldn't even get there.
Surprise, you could say. Nyx also coming out of Invis and just, they can't lock him down. Like, the Utsept is so powerful on the Willow at this point.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Got pretty close, I mean...
Yeah, but...
He didn't dodge that last rocket, and
well, still Magic won 16 charges. I think he was absolutely fine.
Dire's structures are fortified.
yeah. Basically my argument was that if he stopped playing 10% of his keyboard, he would have died.
Is under attack.
It's obviously not really going to happen.
Yeah. Alright, mid-tire finished up. Level 17. Did decide to skip on the Radiance on the Bloodseeker, realizing he needs a little bit more stats. I think that's the right call, going SNY and then into BKB. Who stops him with the BKB? Like, there's no one that can deal damage against him when he has that up and running.
Pretty much. And like, Radiance is good for more extended games, helps you farm, helps you just continuous damage in fights, but you already have this initial burst just from the Zeus, as well as the Ice Blast of its hits that brings everybody kind of low. So you're very fast to just run between your targets and finish them off as necessary. And there is some extra stats and protection to make sure that you can do that unhindered by lasers or can go through marches, all of that. We'll just be ensuring these kills more easily than Radiance would ever could ever do. Alright. Station up top. Last from tier 2 tower.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Will they shenanigans?
But yeah, the early short grave, TP out. Ice Blast will connect. Despite, yeah, still gets the effect despite the duels. So, like, sooner or later he will die. Zeus getting credit for the kill. And, Assassin. Gotta be a bit careful here. He gets scouted out, he can die, and that's a rupture. And I didn't even use the terrorize combo because he died too fast in the Zeus.
Yeah.
Nice Siren though, that's a good catch. Assassin. Does he get his own life port? Yes, he does, of course. The Zeus ult used.
Yeah, this is just, they're running over them. They try to Naga Siren for 3 kills, or for 2 kills that is. Which is still worth for a dire team here, but yeah, not against this lineup. It's gonna be Bloodseeker.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Just inside the march with the late mail. I don't
Remember
think
the good
he'll
old
do it, especially not with the Tinker sitting in the fountain.
that reminds me of like the good old 5-man blade mail combinations against Coddle, where you just stand in the blast with 5 people. Like a nice blast you have there. Yeah. It works against the Tinker as well. I've seen multiple teams doing it, picking up 2 or 3 blade mails, even on fairly unorthodox heroes, just to have that extra damage against the March and just running in there. That's
one way to deal with that hero. Or force him into items that he doesn't really want. Like, force Tinker into a BKB, that's a huge success in its own right, because it just takes away an item slot.
It's not even the BKB. I think the most important thing is Tinker gets, at a certain point, the strategy does not work anymore. Because he has too much HP, but you force him to, you slow down his farming speed by slowing your own farming speed down. That is fine against the Tinker. It is more of a stalemate, though. You drag it out instead of, like, getting ahead. And against the Tinker, you want to get ahead. This is why you pick Zeus, for example. Because you have that threat of killing him off when he jumps in this item. Talking about he has an arcade rune. Let's kill somebody. Cooldowns? What are these? Get out of here with your cooldowns. He's not 20 yet. What if he's got to pick it up?
Who knows? I mean,
he's working towards the Octarine.
Yeah. I could say that they're still spending a lot of time just not actually pushing high gun because, as I said before, they don't actually have the best tool to do it with. At the same time, like, they're keeping their opponents so low that they've basically extended their own timing window. Gonna get another kill here on his Dragon Knight as well as the next assassin. Very easily here. Dark Siren almost died to the Marchers here that been thrown in. Nightmare. Stealth Brave only works so much as they also a bit of an Echo Slam at the back. Did bring down the Naga and the gem, but did not actually recover it. Buyback use and the next assassin. It's just scrambling from one moment to the next, and isn't really able to do anything with it.
Yeah, it's again Naga Siren.
They get 1 kill and lose 4 or 5 heroes for it.
This is really, really rough for them. 22 gold, 22k gold, not a single tower down. There's still 1 tower and the entire high ground to claim. Team Surprise just where do you go from here? Like, you just push, but even if you don't push, you still have time. They have like 20 to 30 minutes before they come into any danger of getting pushed in.
Dire's top tower.
Meantime, yeah, they can at least try and time it up with the catapult waves. This one will help bring down the tier 2 tower on the top.
Dire's top tower.
Last one down. Immediately ping to the Roche pit, and yeah, they're just moving there. They know what's up. They know how far ahead they are.
Should be pretty free one here. They have those last couple of seconds of a ward here inside the jungle, seeing that rotation towards the general area, but can't really do too much about it.
Yeah, how do you approach a bit?
Yeah, like Tinker could teleport to the shrine and throw down a few martyrs, but there's always a danger. So just pressing ult, pressing Nimbus. Someone else just walking up to finish him off. Instead, Roshan fall here. Team Surprise Gaming.
Yeah, this is Bloodseeker with ages. Good luck killing that fella.
Not really an easy thing to do. He's closing in the zone level 20. And what will he pick up?
Will he?
Rough damage? Yes, there you go.
Should be. It's too strong with the Willow. It's even worth considering the Aghanims at this point. He's going for the Silver Edge next, so he can disable the DK's armor, which is another tool they can get rid of. After that, might as well go for the Aghanims for fun, you know? Yes. Rupture 2 people, let them run into their base, let them cry.
That's such a nasty combo.
It is. It really is.
I mean, it's just getting worse and worse if you just look at the net worth distribution. In the time that it took for Tinker to get 1,000 gold, last year you got like 3,000 or 4,000, it feels like.
Yeah, and next up we're gonna have an Octarine on Disease. It's getting even worse. There's more, less cooldowns, more slaughter, and you don't have any burst damage on the die side to bring anyone down. The only thing you come close to is the Echo Slam if you have a perfect Echo Slam on 5 heroes, and even then I'm pretty sure Bloodseeker just tanks through it or presses BKB in time.
Yeah. Well, for now at least, all the lanes are kind of pushed out. It's a minute or two extra for BT to stick it out. Top lane's been taken care of by Zeus, which is tipping back to base. Looking for an Octarine core, but I'd almost like to see him pick up Boots of Troubles at some point. Still biding the time.
Yeah, it's weird, isn't it? Like, we're waiting for this Siren Pitch where to just run up and kill 4 people, and they have so much respect for this Tinker Earthshaker still. Yep. It's a little bit frustrating almost. We also don't have any really good pushing items coming out. I expected the Nagasauron to go for Meteor Hammer because of it. Same you could say about the Willow, who's going for more defensive items now at this point even.
Vision at least being nice. They're playing this out very smartly though. In that sense, just controlling the map. Just a little bit too defensive, perhaps, as you said. But let's see, again, it's not like they're under too much time pressure just right now, anyway.
Yeah, like what does Tinker have? He has a 4-star and a blink. Yeah. Good luck.
I think at 367 GPM right now with the 3 cores on the other side are sitting above that. I mean, 615 on Bloodseeker. It's pretty damn impressive without any big farming items. And, well, there we go. There's the fight. Ice Blast coming through. It's going to bring down 3 people here. Deacon in front with a BKB. Trying to do something here. So I'm actually dropping quite low as a result of that spam. But I've lost your 2 big controller factors.
Yeah, 2 heroes. 2 heroes for nothing. BKB's still up and running. Yeah, there you go. Devil just taking down to the face. Hunt on the Dragon Eye is open. And the Nimbus is up and running again. The Tinker isn't even safe. Still backing off though. They still haven't breached that high ground.
Don't just want to let the Aegis go. So ideally, say my name's gonna get some last hits here and there. Heal up a little bit. Let me go again. I mean, they still have a solid minute left. Okay, TP out though is a bit of a different story.
Oh, Tinker top.
Ooh. Zeus is gonna get him. Yield, the extra damage, very easy kill.
Pew!
That's what you get.
That's what you get. There you go. I love Willow.
That's what you get for picking Tinker, says the Willow hero.
Exactly, I know, right? Like, arguably the worst hero, or the more insulting hero. But hey, it's a Tinker pick. No mercy. Public opinion is on the Willow's side here.
So there's the Doctorine core for the Zeus, which means that the Nimbus is on a 26.25 second cooldown. It didn't opt for the cooldown reduction tell on top of that.
Yeah, if only. That plus Arcane Rune and it goes down to like 17 seconds, which is absurd.
Oh, it does mean though that with the extra lightning bolt and mini stun, you do get yourself a fresher shot or a fresher ult for that matter. You can almost perma stun people. So they're gonna go again. BKB used this time here. Nick Assassin just brought down immediately. Big ol' Ice Blast. Just only catch a Dragon Knight. He's still being protected by BKB for the time being here. It's about to expire though with just in time actually for Dante to walk away. He's dropping quite low to the march. And then the set of rockets flying past. And
oh, he just finishes them off.
Touched it. Oh man.
Willow in all things.
Willow, yeah. Ended up dropping, but taking quite a few heals with them. As Darkest Siren almost died to Tinker Rocket, but I'm pretty sure she dodged that with a mirror image. Well, Zeus and Bloodseeker is definitely rattling away. He ages expired since, but looks like they finally able to click some buildings, but Siglyph coming out. Still no tier 3 has fallen. And most of the heroes are back up again. Yeah.
He's full health though, they can still attempt this, I believe. No song for another 70 seconds.
Echo Slam in the back. They can get the Zeus, this would be big. Red Smoke gets a few spells off. Shallow Grave keeps the F-Check alive for a little bit. Even up to Rupture this time on the Dragon Knight though, and he's walking back and forth, panicked. Took way too much damage here. Both of these end up dropping. Nick, oh no! This is the stun. The right click's not enough, but the rockets are. Tinker TPing to the shrine, which could not have been claimed before. Kill that kill, follow up silence, and extra right click doesn't say my name, taking over even without the Zeus. Saying, yo, still gotta deal with me.
That was a lot of gold going towards the Tinker. A little bit scared, he's sitting on at almost 4,000 gold now. Finally, they finish off the tower. Sneaky!
This is a Dagon.
I don't agree with the Dagon. Not at all.
You never agree with the Dagon.
To be fair, why would you get Dagon? There's already a Blade Mail on the field. There's a BKB or multiple BKBs in the mix soon. Well, actually only one because he cancelled the item. Never mind. But you have a BKB and Blade Mail on the Bloodseeker to deal with. You can't really hit the Willow because she's mostly fairly defensive against you anyways. You don't have the time to go close up. The moment you show it too openly, you get ruptured. I think just going either going for a defensive item or going for the Aghanim's is better here.
Well,
opinion.
Yeah, I mean, they're in a position where no one item is really going to be good enough. Because Ags, I mean, you have similar issues with the Ags. Sure, you can spam rockets from a relatively safe distance, but if you want to use the laser to really help up against the Bloodseeker, if it's not BKB'd up already, oh no.
They got the song and the Zeus. They don't know. They didn't get the vision. Unlucky.
With the song, the Zeus ultimate didn't actually connect, did it?
Yeah, like, you don't get vision because the hero is invulnerable to you.
Oh, look at this. BKB forced out, and Nim's coming in and says, why are a few heroes trying to chase down this low Bloodseeker? Ice Blast though.
Oh. So much damage.
Control 2 is between the ensnare. And nothing else.
Roche is up in 2 minutes, so they can either wait for this or try to attempt and make a go. They just used the BKB on the Bloodseeker, however. So 40 seconds on corner. He's going for the AC next. I think that's a smart item, making sure the team has more survivability against his right clicks, especially from DK, because eventually he will start hitting heroes, even though he's only level 15. Like, the levels actually, God, this level lead. It's only Tinker having a chance. Like, the position 5 Ancient Apparition that does not have an XP talent is sitting over the mid laner. It's just wow.
That's what basically 25 minutes of full map control give you. If not more than that.
This is almost 25 as well. That arc lightning damage actually hurts them for quite a while.
Oh yeah.
Same as with Bloodseeker.
I mean, that's a 1.2 second cooldown. And it's like, what, 300 or so damage?
Yeah,
Or
roughly.
almost 400 with the damage amp as well. It's got some tires, so some intelligence. He can be forced out, Rasmussen, still doing damage.
Balance in all things.
Yeah.
This hero is so stupid. Has a sheep stick completed almost. Oh, in fact, has it.
There's a pipe though, right? No pipe despite the march. It's annoying anyway, but they're walking out of the pit. Well, Tara is gonna waste it with the song still going, but they will still be able to work on the system. Not quite yet though. Also a few more spells and size and whatnot, which shall look great, but eventually it'll die. Same from Dazzle on the back as the BKB coming up from the Bloodseeker. Trying to TP out on the BKB, but it's not even possible. And
ouch.
well, at some point, you gotta call GG here, right?
It's only 40k gold, right?
Third of the Earthshaker's health points from a single Shadow Realm. I mean, you said it before, this game was over when you said it was, well, pretty close to it anyway. And
yeah,
it's even more so now.
There's just nothing you do against the Willow Bloodseeker at this point. And then you have to Zeus in the backline and the perfect support. It's just nothing to do here for them. And finally the first Rex falls. There's a Fortify, but this is just the half-hearted attempt. Tika almost dies to the Nimbus alone at this point. He has 1,400 health against a combination that deals 2,000 damage in one button.
Getting these buildings, you didn't bot racks, Rogue is clicking it. Just you wait, the Ancient Apparition is gonna finish up the melee racks in about 20 years.
Don't trash talk AA. He can be an excellent carry. Everybody can be a carry if you just believe enough.
Only if you're only if you have Bloodlust on your team from the Ogre.
I think AA is actually one of
the Magnus and Power.
I think AA belongs to the rare group of support heroes that you can say about they have no chance of ever becoming a right-click carry. I think any other support has something that makes him worthwhile as a core. Like Chihiro, for example, can be core, but hold on, there's a lot of things going on. Nothing to see here.
His stats don't on the Zeus. Bit probably able to follow from Rasmalai, but otherwise nothing that he can do. But still, forcing out the song and a very well timed one too. Make sure Zeus stays alive, so still pressing some spells. He will die left and center. The other Zeus actually also dropping, but without ensuring the rest of their team or the opposing team dying. And finally, the GG is called. Good luck ahead. Well, there's still one more game, guys. You're not just getting away with a single dropping like that. Alright. That was, what was that? Just outlaned, outplayed, or was it drafted?
Outwillowed. Outwillowed. There was no answer to the Bloodseeker. Bloodseeker did an insane amount of space in the bottom lane. Usually we see him in that mid role, where he makes space, but they on purpose they dodged out the DK lane in the mid. I think it would have even worked better if they dashed the Tinker in the safe lane at this point, because solo offlane Willow should never ever win a lane, but apparently she did.